Oh! I got some sun on my face. I got my short game in order. And I'm back on the air after a week vacation from you guys. But I will never leave you again. We got a lot to get into today. It's been a week. A lot of change has happened. We finally crowned champions. And so much more. So why don't you just pull back a chair, get that frothy beverage out, and listen, and take me home tonight.
But I need this, yeah, I need this. You're my fault, my weakness. When did you turn so cold? You got me down to the bone. Now you're dancing.
Are you ready?
All over my soul.
'Cause I'm ready. Take me. Take me. Right now. Hey, take me home! The cup and the NBA championship are in new homes this year. Are you ready? 1, 2. Cash, cash, cash! With Take Me Home. Oh, it's been a week since I've talked to you last, but one thing is for certain. I love you guys, and welcome into this Monday, June 16th edition. Andy Alfred right here on your exclusive home for me, ClayFan23. I am your host, Andy Alfred, right here as we are in the Man Cave Studios in East Toledo. Got a lot to get into today here on the program. Of course, we're talking about the Stanley Cup Final, the NBA Finals. Also going to talk a little bit of football, soccer, of course, with the World Cup going on right now, too. And we had a big international, MIS, big race happening this past weekend. We got to break down a little bit of that. And the U.S. Open as well, too. But we'll start off on the diamond, of course. It's Monday, so we're going to recap what happened over the weekend for both the Tigers and the Indians, and we'll start off with the Motor City Kitties up in Detroit, and Minnesota getting the big win Friday night, 2-0, roughing up Drew Smiley as the Tigers lose 2-0. Gibson gets the win. He goes to now 6-5 with a 3.35 ERA. Smiley gets the loss. He goes to 3-5 with a 3.56 ERA. Eric Osber homered for Minnesota. Perkins gets his 17th save of the season. And then on Saturday afternoon, the Tigers and Eugenio Suarez, the former Mud Hen, almost hit for the cycle. He had a homer, his third of the season. Victor, his 17th. Brian Dozier tried to get the offense going for the Twins, but the Twins were a loser 12-9. Anibal Sanchez gets the win. He goes to 3-2 with a 2.24 ERA. Danuno gets the loss. He goes to 2-5 with a 5.34 ERA. Kroll, coming up from Toledo, gets the save, his first save of the season. Now, yesterday afternoon, the Tigers winning in comeback fashion in the ninth inning as the Tigers won 4-3. Joe Nathan gets the win. He goes to 3-2 with a 6.57 ERA. Casey Fiend gets the loss, the former Mud Hen. He gets the loss. He goes now to 3-3 with the 2.17 ERA. No home runs hit in the game. Now, tonight, the Tigers open up a big 4-game homestand, continue their homestand with a big 4-game set with the Kansas City Royals. Tonight is a big pitching matchup. If you're not going to go down to the Mud Hen ballpark tonight like I am, the Kansas City Royals will throw out Vargas on the hill. He's 6-2 with a 3.30 ERA. He'll take on the ace of the Tigers staff, Justin Verlander, who is 6-6 with a 4.61 ERA. Tuesday will be Ventura on the hill for Kansas City. He's 4-5 with a 3.20 ERA. He'll take on Max Scherzer, who's having a great season so far. coming off of the Cy Young last year, 8-2 with a 3.05 ERA. Smiley will start Wednesday. He'll take on Guthrie. Guthrie 3-6 with a 4.04 ERA. Smiley 3-5 with a 3.56 ERA. Game time tonight, 7:08. Tuesday, 7:08. Wednesday, 7:08. And then Thursday at 1:08. Well, the Tribe head to Beamtown this past weekend, and they could not get enough. They take the 3 games out of the 4 in Boston, and they play competitive against the Red Sox. I have to admit that. The Indians on Friday night, however, were a loser 10-3. Justin Masterson getting roughed up. He gets the loss now. He goes to 4-5 with a 5.05 ERA. John Lackey gets the win now. He goes to 8-4 with a 3.24 ERA. Carlos Santana homered his 8th. Xander Bogaerts his 6th as the Red Sox won 10-3. Now Saturday, the Indians picking up a big win, 3-2. Axford gets the win. He goes to 2-3 with a 3.21 ERA. Breslow for Boston gets the loss. He goes to 2-2 with a 4.57 ERA. Jeremy Allen gets his save, his 7th of the season. No home runs hit in the game. Sunday, the concluding game of the series, saw it go long distance. 11 innings. And the go-ahead home run from Nick Swisher homered his 4th of the season. Michael Brantley homered his 11th of the season as the Indians were a winner, 3-2. Allen gets the win. He goes to 3-1 with a 2.70 ERA. Tazawa gets the loss for Boston. He goes to 1-1 with a 2.40 ERA. No home runs hit for the Red Sox. Now tonight, the Red Sox get in. The Indians open up a homestand with the LA Angels of Anaheim. It will be Jared Weaver on the hill, 7-5 with a 3.51 ERA. He'll take on Bauer, who's 1-3. Trevor Bauer, who's 1-3 with a 4.24 ERA. 7:05 start time on Fox. Tomlin will start Tuesday. He's 4-3 with a 3.33 ERA. He'll take on Shoemaker, who's 3-1 with a 4.19 ERA. Wednesday, we'll see C.J. Wilson. This is a great pitching matchup. If you're not doing anything Wednesday, get your tickets. Go to Progressive Field for this pitching matchup. C.J. Wilson, 7-6, 3.50 ERA. This kid has a potential, in my opinion, to beat the Cy Young winner. I'm going out there on a limb and saying it. He's going back into his regular form. I like him. 7-6, 3.50 ERA. He'll take on Justin Masterson, who is 4-5 with a 5.05 ERA. Other scores yesterday happening in the major leagues. The Marlins were winner 3-2 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Mets were winner 3-1 over the San Diego Padres. I'll get to the Padres here in just a second. The Cubs were winner 3-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. Toronto 5, Baltimore 2. The Reds putting up a shellacking on the Brew Crew, 13-4. Kansas City picking up a big win and sweeping the Southsiders of Chicago, 6-3. Houston 3, Tampa Bay 4. Tampa Bay picking up a big victory at Minute Maid Park. St. Louis 5, Washington 2, Colorado 8, San Francisco 7. The Oakland A's were a big winner, 10-5 over the New York Yankees. The Arizona Diamondbacks were a winner 6-3 over the LA Dodgers. The Angels of Anaheim coming in off of this game, or coming in after a loss against the Atlanta Braves on Sunday Night Baseball, 7-3. Seattle 5, Texas 1. Now, going into tonight's schedule, this is what the standings look like in Major League Baseball and the American League Central. The Tigers are 36-29, 5-5 in the last 10. The run differential is a +8. We always talk about, we're now talking about run differential because of some interesting stats about this. Thanks to our good buddy Nick DeVera from Rational Pastimes. And actually, not Rational Pastimes, but the baseball history, formerly of Rational Pastimes. Kansas City is now 36-32, a game and a half out, 8-2 in their last 10. Their run differential is a +8 as well, too. Here's the rest of the division. Cleveland is in 3rd place. They are at the 500 mark at 35-35, 3.5 games out, 5-5 in their last 10. Their run differential is a -14. Minnesota's 32-35, 5 games out, 4-6 in their last 10. Run differential is 18. The Southsiders of Chicago are 33-37, 5.5 out, 3-7 in their last 10. -31 in run differential. You can't cut it. It can't cut it. Sad news to come out today as well too. This is breaking news as well too. The former Padre, Mr. Padre, Tony Gwynn has passed on us. He's passed from his infection of cancer. I think he's one of the best hitters I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. He was in one of the golden eras of baseball, in my opinion. If you figure what the 90s were, Tony Gwynn was a solid hitter. He was up there with Ted Williams, in my opinion. Tony Gwynn has passed on us. He died of cancer at the age of 54. Our thoughts and our prayers are with him and his family and the whole Padres organization. We support you, and we care about you guys. And a great, true legend, Hall of Famer, Tony Gwynn has passed. Continuing on with baseball, the Mud Hens are on a 3-game winning streak after losing Friday night to Buffalo 11-3. Rogers gets the win. He goes to 1-1 with a 2.81 ERA. Gettard and Glenn for Buffalo homer. Gettard his 8th, Glenn his 2nd. Mercedes gets the loss for Toledo, and this guy looks like a truck. He doesn't look like a Mercedes Benz. He looks like a Mercedes truck. Gut hanging out. Looked like a Papa Grande all over again. 0-2 with a 4.50 ERA. Hernan Perez homered his 3rd of the season for the Mud Hens. Good sellout crowd and hand for that one of 10,000. Saturday, the Mud Hens were winners 7-2. Dwayne Beal gets the win. He goes down to 5-1 with a 3.93 ERA. Sanchez gets the loss for Buffalo. He goes to 0-1 with a 9 ERA. No home runs hit in the game. Another sellout at Fifth Third Field. Sunday, the Mud Hens then picking up a big victory. Tyler Collins hitting a home run, his 8th of the season, as the Mud Hens prevailed 3-1 over the Buffalo Bison. Smith gets the win. He goes to 4-2 with a 1.64 ERA. Tespera gets the loss. He goes to 2-3 with a 3.16 ERA. Now tonight, the Mud Hens continue and conclude the homestand in this last 4 games as they take on the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, formerly the Red Barons, formerly the Yankees. Now they're called the Rail Riders. Good logo. I like their logo. It will be green on the hill for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He's 3-2 with a 6.17 ERA. And it will be Vern Hargan for Hagen for the Mud Hens. He is 3-6 with a 4.08 ERA. 7 o'clock start time. 6:30 pregame on 12:30 WCWA and on BCSN. Tuesday will be Robbie Ray on the hill for Toledo. He's 3-3 with a 2.21 ERA. He'll take on Belchick, who is 0-1 with a 6 ERA. 7 o'clock start time for that one. Derek Hankins, 9, the starter for the Mud Hens on Wednesday. 2-7 with a 6.06 ERA. Scranton has not yet decided who they're going to throw out Wednesday or Thursday. Same with Toledo. The noon game on Thursday and night games Monday tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday. That finishes up the homestand for the Mud Hens. And looking at their home record so far, the Mud Hens are 18-18 so far at home at Fifth Third Field this season. And here's where the standings look like in the International League West. Indianapolis leads the division. They are 41-29, 6-4 in their last 10. They're at home this week. They're 20-12 at home. Columbus is 36-33, 4.5 out, 8-2 in their last 10. Louisville is 35-36, 6.5 out, 4-6 in their last 10. They're on the road this week. They're 18-17 on the road this week. And then rounding out the division, the Toledo Mud Hens, who are 34-36. 7 games out, 5-5 in their last 10. 18-18 at home, 16-18 on the road. It's Monday. You know what that means for a lot of you viewers that watch it. It's time for the top 3 and bottom 3 in the Mud Hen batting rotation. Top 3. Ezekiel Carrera is batting a .322. This guy can hit the cover off the ball. 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, 40 strikeouts so far this season. James McCann's batting a .295. He's got 2 home runs, 24 RBIs, 44 strikeouts this year. Hernan Perez, 3 home runs, 26 RBIs, batting a 2.280 ERA, 39 strikeouts this year. Here is the bottom 3. Trevor Crow's batting a .210 with a 1 home run, 15 RBIs, 23 strikeouts. That's not that bad, but he's not getting that many hits. He just came down. Jordan Letterton, Mike Hessman Jr., .181. He can't even bat his weight. 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, 69 strikeouts. Oh! And he's your first baseman, Toledo. He is our first baseman. The worst. Tony Exposito. 177. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 24 strikeouts. 24. You're batting a 177. And you're in AAA. Give me a break! We get out to the ballpark. The Mud Hens are home. This homestand, the last homestand before the end of June. And it will be a very interesting July coming up for the Mud Hens as well, too, because it will be halfway through the regular season. Ole, 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 ole. Time for the World Cup! 4 years! Too much talk for 4 years. The group of death is playing today. United States gets into action at 6 o'clock tonight as they take on Ghana. I think it will be a tie. United States is a very good club this year. I don't think they'll win the bracket overall. But how Portugal played today, losing to Germany 4-0. There is a possibility. There is a possibility. There is a possibility that the United States can win. A strong, strong possibility that they can win. And win the bracket. Germany, I write their name in. Argentina, you can write their name in too. They won 2-1. Lionel Messi scored, beating Bosnia Honduras 2-1. France was a winner 3-0 over Honduras. Ecuador loses to the Swiss 2-1. Iran and Nigeria are playing right now. They were scoreless at the time of this taping. Well, the winter sports are done. Let's start with the NBA because that's what everybody's talking about first. Tim Duncan, Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, and the San Antonio Spurs have dethroned the king! Yes! 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 LeBron and LBJ is done! As the Miami Heat lose the series 4-1, and San Antonio wins 104-87 Sunday night. Kawhi Leonard 22 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. LeBron had 31 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Kawhi Leonard was also named MVP of the NBA Finals. Now the question is this the big end of the big three? Will LeBron leave and come back to a familiar team? We have a whole summer to decide that. We have a whole summer to talk about that too. You know what we also have a whole summer to talk about? The fact that we are the fifth line and the new season starts today. It starts today. The NHL Finals have ended. They ended Friday night. The LA Kings winning in double overtime. Martinez, the Rochester Hill native of Michigan, getting the game winner for the LA Kings as the Kings win 3-2. They are the kings of the hockey world. So congratulations to them. Williams gets the Conn Smythe Trophy for the Kings. So now the new season for NHL season starts today because of one fact. The NHL draft is coming up. We will have a special NHL draft preview show on Friday's edition of All Andy Alfred. You will be able to watch that and see what my predictions for for the Blue Jackets, the Detroit Red Wings, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and so many more of your teams. We will have in-depth analysis for that. I've been researching a lot of that. That's what I spent most of the time last week was, besides this vacation. I did some research about that, and I'm gonna show you what the Jackets need, what the Red Wings need, and what the Penguins need to get back into the playoff, into a higher playoff seedings. We'll see what happens. It'll be on Friday's edition of All Andy Alfred, so stay tuned to that one. Well, Jimmy Johnson getting this win at MIS. Carl Edwards back there finishing 23rd. He started the race 22nd. But Jimmy Johnson, after 24 races at MIS, gets his first win at MIS. He has 4 other tracks he has not won yet at this year, Homestead being one of them, as well as Chicagoland. We'll see if he can do that continuing as well, too. Martin Kramer wins the U.S. Open. He shoots a 9 under par to win the U.S. Open at Pinehurst, number 2. Eric Compton, who comes after heart surgery, finishes in second place at 1 under. So now he qualifies for the 2015 Masters and the 2015 Open Championship. Well, don't forget that the Mud Hens are home tonight. We're headed down to the ball. I'm headed down to the ballpark this evening to take in some Mud Hen baseball this evening as well too. So get your tickets by calling 419-725-HENS or mudhens.com. I also want to give special thank yous out to all you that watch this program every week. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening into me rant and rave about the Mud Hens and about the Blue Jackets and about the Tigers as well too. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for coming back to this show as well too. Hey, this Saturday at Oakshade Grove, there is the Swiss Festival. It is free of charge, free Swiss drinks, beverages, food at Oakshade Grove starting from 2 to 11 p.m. this upcoming Saturday at Oakshade Grove in Oregon, Ohio. On tomorrow's edition of All Andy Alfred, we'll break down the Tigers game as well as the Indians and give you in-depth analysis of tonight's Mud Hens game as well too. I am Andy Alfred. I hope you have a terrific evening, and also go USA as they try to beat Ghana tonight. Let's go Tigers! Kansas City is right behind us, a game and a half out. Go Tribe! The Indians need to win. Let's go Hens. Big victory tonight. Continue the winning streak. And congratulations to the Kings and the Spurs, champions of their sports. Until tomorrow again, everybody, I hope you have a great one. And remember, as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. The game of life. And to all the teams behind me, and to your team at home as well, victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of All Andy Alfred. Love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you later.